A veritable earthquake has struck the heart of the British monarchy, sending shockwaves across Buckingham Palace and reverberating throughout the United Kingdom and beyond. The royal family, long seen as a symbol of stability, continuity, and tradition, has found itself in unprecedented turmoil following a sudden and completely unexpected decision made by King Charles. The palace corridors, typically serene and suffused with centuries of ceremony and decorum, have been transformed into scenes of urgent activity, whispered conversations, and palpable tension. The focal point of this chaos is Princess Anne, whose health became an immediate concern after she was rushed to a hospital under circumstances that have left palace staff, royal aides, and the public alike grappling with a mixture of fear, curiosity, and disbelief. Reports began to circulate almost instantly after news of the incident broke, leaving the media scrambling, social platforms alight with speculation, and citizens demanding answers about what could have triggered a crisis of such magnitude within one of the most scrutinized families in the world. The abruptness of the king's decision has raised countless questions about the inner workings of Buckingham Palace and the dynamics within the royal family itself. Observers noted that King Charles, known for his measured approach and cautious deliberation, had seemingly acted overnight in a manner that caught even his closest advisors off guard. Those familiar with the palace's inner workings have described the decision as both shocking and historically significant, suggesting that it carries implications not just for Princess Anne's immediate well-being but for the broader structure of the monarchy. Speculation has abounded over what could have prompted the king to act so decisively, and in such a way that it necessitated immediate medical attention for a senior royal. Some suggest the decision may involve matters of succession or governance, while others hint at potential personal disputes or undisclosed family tensions that have quietly simmered beneath the palace's public-facing poise for years. Whatever the catalyst, the result has been an instantaneous and dramatic upheaval that has turned Buckingham Palace, a site of centuries of tradition, into a locus of confusion and concern. Princess Anne, widely respected and admired for her unwavering dedication to public service and charitable endeavors, is at the center of this unfolding drama. Her role within the royal family has always been seen as one of steady presence and strength, and her sudden hospitalization has added an emotional gravity to the crisis that few could have anticipated. Reports from medical personnel remain scarce, with officials providing only the most basic assurances that the princess is receiving attentive care and that her condition is being closely monitored. Nonetheless, the symbolism of her being rushed to the hospital has not been lost on the public or on the media, who view this incident as emblematic of a deeper unrest within the palace walls. Citizens have expressed shock and concern, social media platforms are saturated with messages of support, speculation, and debate, and the world watches intently as one of the most storied royal families in modern history navigates what many are calling its most volatile chapter in decades. The palace's response, or lack thereof, has contributed to the sense of urgency and intrigue. While official channels have released minimal information, sources suggest that King Charles has taken measures to ensure both privacy and control over the unfolding situation. Courtiers have reportedly been instructed to limit interactions and to avoid commenting publicly, a directive that has only fueled speculation and intensified the public's desire for answers. Meanwhile, security measures at Buckingham Palace have been heightened, staff movements have become highly coordinated and confidential, and the sense of tension is said to be almost tangible within the palace's historically majestic walls. For the public and observers alike, these developments have underscored the seriousness of the situation, creating a scenario in which every movement, statement, or sighting is analyzed for potential insight into the royal family's internal state. Media coverage has been relentless, with news outlets around the world seeking to contextualize the incident for an audience already familiar with the intense scrutiny surrounding the British monarchy. Analysts, commentators, and royal historians have all weighed in, offering theories ranging from internal disagreements over policy or succession to potential health concerns and long-standing familial tensions. The narrative that emerges is one of dramatic complexity, involving not only the personal relationships of the royals but also the intricate protocols, traditions, and expectations that have governed the family for generations. Every development is dissected in real time, and the absence of complete information has allowed speculation to flourish, making this episode one of the most discussed and closely monitored events in recent royal history. At the same time, the implications of Princess Anne's hospitalization extend beyond the immediate family. The monarchy is an institution deeply intertwined with national identity, and any perceived instability within its leadership carries symbolic significance. Citizens, particularly those with strong attachments to the royal family, have expressed concerns about what this disruption may mean for continuity, representation, and governance. Public sentiment appears to oscillate between worry for the princess's health, concern about the king's actions, and uncertainty regarding the future direction of the monarchy. The combination of personal, institutional, and national factors has created a rare convergence in which the private struggles of the royal family resonate powerfully in the public sphere, shaping perceptions, discussions, and even the collective mood of the nation. Further complicating the situation is the historical context of royal family crises. Over the decades, the monarchy has faced a variety of challenges ranging from political pressures to personal scandals. Each crisis has been unique, often leaving the royal household to balance the need for public reassurance with the desire to maintain privacy and protect individual family members. In this case, the speed and intensity of events have intensified the stakes, creating a scenario in which traditional protocols may not suffice to address the unfolding reality. Observers note that the immediacy of Princess Anne's hospitalization, combined with the suddenness of King Charles's decision, has created an environment in which speculation is almost inevitable, yet where clarity and fact are difficult to ascertain. The tension between public curiosity and the private nature of royal decision-making underscores the complex dynamics that define the monarchy in the modern era. Across social media, platforms have become hubs for real-time reactions and collective processing of the events. Hashtags related to Princess Anne's condition, King Charles's decision, and Buckingham Palace's internal situation have trended globally, reflecting not only a fascination with the royal family but also the degree to which public perception can influence the narrative. Commentators and ordinary citizens alike share theories, support messages, and historical comparisons, creating a virtual ecosystem in which information, rumor, and emotion intersect. While some users emphasize empathy and concern for the princess, others focus on institutional analysis or speculation about possible causes, reflecting the multifaceted nature of public engagement with the monarchy in the digital age. Within Buckingham Palace, sources indicate that activity has reached an extraordinary intensity. Senior advisors, medical personnel, and household staff are coordinating efforts behind closed doors, managing communications, and attending to both the logistical and emotional ramifications of the crisis. Security teams have reportedly intensified protocols, ensuring that privacy is maintained while simultaneously facilitating access for essential personnel. Every decision, from media statements to staff movements, is carefully weighed against potential implications for the family's reputation, public perception, and the princess's well-being. This highly orchestrated response reflects the palace's awareness of the stakes and the necessity of managing both reality and perception in a situation of such acute sensitivity. Internationally, the news has generated immediate interest and scrutiny. Leaders, diplomats, and observers across Europe and the wider world have monitored the developments closely, reflecting the enduring significance of the British monarchy in global culture and politics. News agencies have dispatched correspondents to London to provide live updates, historical context, and expert commentary, highlighting both the symbolic and practical importance of the monarchy's stability. Analysts suggest that how Buckingham Palace manages this crisis could influence not only domestic sentiment but also international perceptions of the monarchy's resilience and adaptability in the face of unexpected challenges. As the day progresses, attention remains focused on Princess Anne's condition and the potential consequences of King Charles's abrupt decision. While the palace has maintained a tight grip on detailed information, insiders note that discussions about succession, family roles, and the future direction of the monarchy are likely ongoing behind the scenes. The interplay between personal health, institutional responsibility, and public perception creates a complex and unprecedented scenario that has captivated audiences worldwide. This convergence of personal, political, and symbolic dimensions reinforces the notion that the events unfolding at Buckingham Palace represent far more than a medical emergency. They constitute a defining moment for the royal family, the monarchy, and the nation itself. Every passing hour brings renewed attention, intensified speculation, and heightened concern. The combination of urgency, secrecy, and the global spotlight has created an environment in which each development, however minor, is interpreted as significant. Citizens and commentators alike are acutely aware that Buckingham Palace operates within a tradition of measured transparency, yet the current scenario defies conventional expectations. The juxtaposition of a sudden decision with immediate medical consequences for a senior royal introduces a level of unpredictability that challenges both institutional norms and public understanding. In this unprecedented context, the actions and statements of King Charles, as well as the trajectory of Princess Anne's recovery, will have lasting implications for the monarchy's stability and credibility. Despite the uncertainty, one fact remains undeniable: the monarchy is at a critical juncture. The events surrounding Princess Anne's hospitalization and King Charles's sudden decision underscore the delicate balance between personal relationships, institutional responsibilities, and public expectations that define royal life. Buckingham Palace, the symbol of continuity and tradition, has been thrust into a state of acute disruption, prompting both reflection and concern among citizens, observers, and global audiences. As the situation develops, attention will remain focused on the interplay of family dynamics, health considerations, and institutional obligations, providing a vivid illustration of the challenges inherent in maintaining a centuries-old institution in the modern world. The unfolding crisis also highlights the broader human dimension of royalty. Despite centuries of ceremony, scrutiny, and symbolic authority, members of the royal family remain subject to the vulnerabilities and uncertainties that affect all individuals. The hospitalization of Princess Anne serves as a stark reminder of this reality, evoking empathy and concern across the public sphere. Simultaneously, the unexpected nature of King Charles's decision illuminates the complex pressures and responsibilities inherent in leadership, where choices carry profound consequences for both family and nation. This confluence of personal and institutional stakes has transformed the events at Buckingham Palace into a narrative of extraordinary tension, drama, and global interest. As the nation and the world continue to monitor developments, one question emerges with mounting urgency: what will the outcome of this unprecedented royal crisis be, and how will it shape the future of the monarchy in an era defined by intense public scrutiny, global interconnectedness, and heightened expectations of transparency, responsibility, and human resilience?